The detested enjoy the attention because it motivates them. But the more arrogant the player becomes, the more hated he becomes due to all the attention. Players' hatred has occasionally turned into a career, like in the situations of some of the players we're about to witness. Still, the players probably wouldn't have it any other way now that they're the center of attention. Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today, we'll be looking at the 10 most hated players in NBA history. So make sure to stay until the end of the video, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell to keep updated with all our videos. Number 10. Manu Ginobili. Manu Ginobili is perhaps the best known in San Antonio for his work with the Spurs, as he helped the team win 3 championships during his time there. He's a tireless worker who makes clutch shots and is regarded as one of the game's top international players. So, what exactly is everyone's beef with the Argentine? The flopping. The art of flopping is when you purposely absorb minimal contact from an opposition player before falling to the ground dramatically in an attempt to draw attention and a foul from the officiating crew. Flopping, which originated in soccer and is now being adopted by many other NBA players, has become a major issue in the league, as referees have had a difficult time distinguishing charging fouls from blocking fouls. And the game has slowed due to the number of players acting as if they've been shot. It has irritated fans to no end. Number 9. Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett has a bigger desire to win and play the game than almost everyone else in the NBA. Garnett's tenacity has gotten him in trouble with both fans and teammates. The fact that KG only targets smaller, wider players has been widely criticized, and it was on full display when he got into a yelling fight with the 6'3" Jose Calderon. In the third quarter, Garnett and Calderon were fighting, and it finally came to a head when Kevin played full court defense on Jose, who had to deal with Garnett applauding in his face the whole length of the court. Calderon fought back with verbal jabs against the much taller Garnett. Kevin's mouth has earned him a lot of criticism from NBA players and fans throughout the country. It has only gotten worse since he joined the Celtics. Critics claim that his trash talking has gotten worse as his health has deteriorated, and that he utilizes it to get inside the heads of his opponents rather than playing the hard-nosed defense that earned him fame with the T-Wolves. The cherry on top was slapping Tim Duncan on the back of the head while he was distracted. Number 8. Latrell Sprewell. We'll begin near the end of his career with the Minnesota Timberwolves when he famously delivered one of the most inane remarks in sports history. Spree was given a 3-year $21 million contract by the Timberwolves, slightly less than his previous salary. Latrell concluded that this wouldn't be enough to support his diamonds and gold bricks diet, telling reporters that he had family to feed. Athletes are already chastised for their exorbitant salaries, but this was the final straw for NBA fans who had had enough of the veteran. After the quote, he never played another NBA game. Oh, and there was the time he choked his coach. Coach PJ Carlesimo told Sprewell to make crisper passes at a practice session with the Golden State Warriors, and Latrell responded by claiming he wasn't in the mood for criticism and ordered him to back off. Okay, we'll let this slip because athletes' egos can get the best of them. However, when Carlesimo approached, Spree threatened to murder him and then began strangling the much smaller coach for 15 seconds. Number 7. Ron Artest. While Ron Artest's detested stock has dropped since his time with the Houston Rockets and Los Angeles Lakers, it's still difficult for anyone to forget the historic malice at the Palace, which Ron started. Maybe there's a reason for what had happened on November 19, 2004. Perhaps, but there are no justifications for what he did to innocent Detroit Piston fans. Ron had fouled Piston center Ben Wallace on a jumper, and Wallace retaliated by shoving Artest in the chest. Wallace was ultimately calmed down, and Artest lay on the announcer's desk to calm down and let the disagreement run its course. That's all well and good, but things got worse when a fan threw a drink at him, and Ron retaliated by racing into the stands of the Palace at Auburn Hills and pummeling the wrong fan. Fans tried to break it up, but Artest was quickly followed by teammates who chose to join in the fighting. The team was eventually escorted off the court by a barrage of boos. Number 6. Rasheed Wallace. For a reason, Rasheed Wallace retains the NBA record for most technical fouls. Wallace's mouth has overshadowed any accomplishments he has made in his long career, including an NBA championship and 4 All-Star appearances since the Washington Bullets drafted him. NBA fans are irritated by his altercation with officials and his argument that he has never committed a personal foul in his whole NBA career. Wallace has never been shy to express his feelings to referees during and after games, including a rant following an Eastern Conference Game 5 loss. Number 5. Bill Laimbeer. Laimbeer began his career with the Cleveland Cavaliers, but his final 14 seasons with the Detroit Pistons will be remembered the best. The problem is that he is known more for his amazing ability to bother and get on the nerves of any opposition player or fan involved in the game in question than for his exceptional rebounding, defensive, and shooting talents as a center. Bill was known as a bully on the court for dealing out heavy fouls and then flopping at the first hint of any small contact, much to the delight of everyone participating in the game who wasn't a Pistons fan. The Chicago Bulls became the focus of attention when their late 1980s rivalry revealed Laimbeer's bullying of virtually every player who wasn't wearing a blue and red uniform. Number 4. LeBron James. As a high schooler, James was one of the most excited players in NBA history, leading his team to 3 consecutive championships and earning a $50,000 Hummer in the process, as well as the attention of lottery teams who were internationally tanking games to earn a chance to draft the 18-year-old phenom. The Cleveland Cavaliers won the first pick and rightly selected James, who would win Rookie of the Year and lead them to their first postseason appearance since 1998, 2 years later. LeBron continued to lead the club deep into the playoffs, culminating in their first appearance in the NBA Finals in 2007, where the San Antonio Spurs swept them. The Cavs front office then did everything to surround James with talent. The Cavaliers won 60 or more games both seasons, but were eliminated in the Eastern Conference Finals and semifinals respectively. LeBron didn't take this well as a free agent entering the 2010 offseason. The Cavaliers supporters had been loyal and caring to James, who then retaliated by fleeing to Miami on national television for an hour-long decision dubbed The Decision. Cavs supporters retaliated by setting fire to his jersey and trashing any memorabilia they could find. Number 3. Vince Carter. Vince was a key member of the Raptors team since coming as a rookie in 1998, and he quickly gained control of the city. Toronto fell in love with their new superstar after he led the team to several postseason appearances. Carter began to adjust his in-game mindset with the Raptors after so many years of the team failing to achieve title challenger level, supposedly throwing games and not playing to his capabilities. Vince would continue to be irritated by coach Sam Mitchell's decision to sideline him for a prolonged period. Carter demanded a trade, which he received in December 2004 when he was dealt to the New Jersey Nets. The tragedy for Toronto is that the anguish was only beginning as Carter continued to hit the Raptors fans, where it hurts the most. Vince hit 2 game-winning shots against his previous team, both of which came in some of the most egregious styles and in front of 20,000 Raptor fans who demanded his head. Having an entire country turn against you is deserving of a spot on this list. Number 2. Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant is justifiably regarded as one of the greatest basketball players. His winning attitude, unequaled desire and determination, and ability to hit the big shot set him apart from nearly every other player in the NBA. He rises to one of the most difficult levels to achieve. Kobe's game has always been critiqued since he has been accused of being a selfish player at times. Bryant has been in several late game scenarios where he could have passed the ball to open guys, but instead opts to take a risky shot against several defenders. Kobe was accused of a rape by a 19-year-old hotel employee, and while the case was finally dismissed, the damage had been done, and Bryant had become the NBA's and country's public enemy number 1. Outside of the Staples Center, Bryant was brutally mocked, and he got the worst of it in games in Denver, where he was booed and greeted with rapist chants every time he touched the ball. Number 1. Bruce Bowen. As a top defender, Bruce Bowen receives all the praise he deserves. Bowen is on this list for other reasons than being a 3-time NBA champion and 5-time member of the NBA All-Defensive First Team. Bruce Bowen is the dirtiest player in the history of organized basketball, and we can say that with certainty. How can we back up such a claim? If you watch any of his lockdown defense, you'll notice that one of the staples is running under a player as they come down from their shot to damage them intentionally. Bowen places his foot beneath the jumping player's ankle, causing the player's ankle to roll as they land on his foot. Bruce's dirty play overshadows his outstanding defense, but you'll inevitably make some enemies on and off the court after many years of attempting to damage opposing players. Bowen may be a lockdown defender, but his career has been built on dirty plays and an abhorrent desire to ruin guys' lives with cheap shots and foot defense. With that, we've come to an end. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content. Until next time.